Check this out. Check this out. Pulse 95.
Ladies and gentlemen, quick reminder that the IGCF has started today and tomorrow. And ladies and gentlemen, for those who don't know what the IGCF is, it is the International Government Communication Forum, which is set to take place on the 26th and 27th of September. So we have started today and tomorrow as well. And, the IGCF will bring together senior government officials and leading communication experts and world business leaders to explore the best practices in government communication. And we have the Morning Majlis team being there interviewing all the top government officials from 12 p.m. all the way to 2 p.m. So you do need to tune in tomorrow, as today has been done. And, there's a lot of workshops to attend. And one of my favorite, or, the one that I will be attending personally, is the false news and challenges which were faced by media professionals in times of crisis. And, they're among the major topics that will be discussed at the 2021 International Government Communication Forum, and also the fake news in the time of COVID-19, which will be, held by Mohammed Jalal Al-Raisi, who's the Director General of Emirates News Agency, and he will actually lead this interactive session. Now, if you want more information to take an overview of other sessions, do visit www.igcc.ae. It's going to be live at the Sharjah Expo Center right here. So, go and pass by. You got nothing to lose, and, you can probably meet Rania Ahmed and Abdul Karim at the Expo Center. We do have our Pulse 95 booth right there. But ladies and gentlemen, in tech news, we're talking about how people of determination can now use Android phones with facial expressions. Now users can scan their phone screen and select a task just by smiling, raising their eyebrows, or opening their mouth. Now, using a raised eyebrow or even smile, people with speech or physical disabilities can now operate their Android-powered smartphones hands-free. Now, Google did announce this just last Thursday. Now, two new tools put machine learning and front-facing cameras on smartphones to work, detecting face and eye movements. Now, users can scan their phone screens and select a task by smiling, raising eyebrows, or even opening their mouth and looking up, left, or right. Now, obviously, this is to, make, using smartphones a lot easier for people with disabilities, and I'm 100% on this boat. I remember back in my university days, this man, he was blind, and he used to use his phone so well, and he would use it just by, hearing sounds, and I never actually knew how it worked. And I never, I wanted to know, and I was curious, but I never asked him. And, he was very well versed in the phone. He had an Android phone. And I don't know very much about how iPhone or Apple in general deals with people with disabilities, but do put in mind, this man, he was blind, and we had a WhatsApp group, and he would always send voice notes, obviously. And he could read everything we said. Obviously, the phone would read out our text messages, but we didn't feel like he was blind. We would only be reminded that he was blind when he was in class and he needed someone to come. But he was a very smart lad, and very bright human being, mashallah. And again, this is why the UAE calls these people of determination, not people with disabilities, because these people are determined, right? And nothing is stopping them. I mean, mashallah, this guy was getting better grades than me, 100%. I think his GPA, he graduated with a 3.9 GPA. And this guy was studying, I do believe, business management or something like that. So this guy was smart. And he was blind, and he, had no problem using a phone. He had no problem communicating using a phone. And now, Android is making it a lot easier for people with speech disabilities. And, it is, Project Activate, actually. That's what the Android calls it. It's a new Android application, which does allow its users to use those gestures to trigger an action, like having a phone play a recorded phase, send a text, or even make a call. Hats off to Android, 100%, man. I mean, I always like seeing, the technology being catered to the people who need it the most, right? People who need it, to live their daily lives and not, feel left out of the bunch, And I see a lot of people and a lot of companies catering to people with determination. I remember seeing about a year ago one of the top World of Warcraft players, right? He games with his mouth. Right, he's paralyzed, and he plays the game using his mouth. And he has a little joystick in his mouth that is catered specifically for him. Goes by the movements of his mouth, his tongue, his cheek, and he's a top World of Warcraft player. So this is why people call the UAE, calls these people of determination, because they are determined and nothing is stopping them. MashaAllah alayhum. Ladies and gentlemen, we're taking a short break, but when we come back, we got a lot of tech news for you.
If you liked this episode of Future Talk, drop a like and subscribe.
Pulse 95.
Be sure to follow us on Instagram for all our daily updates and top stories.